What's up, guys? Welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions. What did I do between episodes? Set up this little... It's a bit of a monstrosity, to be honest, but this just makes raw tofurkey. We're macerating upstairs for our stem cells. And I made up a few IV machines, and we can now make all of the system-on-chip variants of the recipes. So nice and cheap circuits up to IV. I got rid of almost all of the stuff that was here. I just need to move this at some point. But I finally got rid of the fuel setup here and it's now upstairs. I switched out the redstone conduit here. I'm trying to use the redstone writers from Integrated Dynamics, since we're already using the system here anyway, and I just duplicated the card that was making this redstone signal in the first place. I just don't know whether these might work a bit better. I tried moving the redstone conduits onto this side, but these don't work with something on this block. Well, in front of them at all in the block. So we'll see whether it still messes up with it set up like this. So far it hasn't, but I don't know if it's run through much since I logged in today or not. Probably because I've been doing LUV recipes. So we were working towards the fusion reactor. And last episode we made these wetware processors. But we do need the wetware assemblies in order to make the fusion reaction computer. Now this shouldn't be too difficult now, from what I can tell. Yeah, we have all of this on auto crafting, I think, apart from the RAM, which I've got like 5 stacks of, but I can set that up anytime it's needed. I just made up a bunch of this at the start of the game and I just haven't used it all since. Once we've got these, the rest of it's not that bad. So nether star plate's easy. I do have to get the plutonium 241, but I should have enough plutonium 240. I think is 244. Get the 9 dust that we need. If not, then I guess I'll just go grab some of this ferric sand and centrifuge that. Actually gives a bunch of useful stuff. And this is from Aurelia. So we don't really have to worry about those. These high power IC wafers. I assume this is just, yeah. We made this up earlier for a quest. It's just gallium, indium and phosphorus. I think we're getting the indium from one of our ore processings. Oh, you can either make it like this, where you make indium concentrate with galenium and sphalerite and sulfuric acid, and then add aluminium to it. Or the easier way, we can just pulverize these orange crystals, and if we go to Aurelia, we can get hundreds of stacks of these in like 5 minutes. So that's pretty easy. And these are all really easy as well. I've made up a bunch of Naquita doped wafers. We've got like 5 or 6 stacks of these now. And these make a bunch of wafers for the most part, so that's all really easy. These fusion coil blocks, they need quite a few circuits. They need these field generators. This isn't actually the recipe for this field generator. It'll be an assembling machine recipe. And it will likely be the circuits, the Enderai dust, and if that's an MV circuit, probably like 2 times signalum wire or something. I think I've got these ones because we use them for basic quantum tanks. These ones are already automated. We've made these superconducting coil blocks before. They're really expensive, but they're not too difficult to make. We have everything for them. Neutron reflectors. I'm not sure which one of these is the better recipe to do. I guess it depends on how difficult this beryllium is. I feel like we have a bunch of this somewhere. Yeah, we've got plenty of that. Yeah, I think we might actually be able to make this today. Some more superconductor wire, and then I'll have to look up what the recipe for this is. But I'm guessing it will be the LUV circuits, the improved nether star, then whatever the ZPM wires are. Seems to be the pattern that they follow. So probably superconductor. Those are the max. Yeah, I'll have to look in the script files. There's a couple of recipes that I don't know if it's my version of the pack or what. They're not right. And when I try to make them, I find that out. So I have to go look them up in the actual Craft Tweaker files. If anyone knows how to fix that, then feel free to let me know. But yeah, I think we'll get the Fusion computer today. Whether or not we'll be able to build the multi-block is a different question. But let's get on with it. So I figure we'll start by encoding the recipe and then just work backwards until we have everything for it. We're going to set up everything on AutoCraft if we can. So there's the computer. We'll do the circuits next because these should be pretty easy. And I think we have everything for those. Is there anything else that crafts in the assembly line? No, I think that's it. Okay. We need 4 of these wetware assemblies, I think. Yeah, so we'll make these up in advance just so that we know we've got them. And then we know how many wetware circuits we need if we need to make more. And 4 of these. We have everything to craft them, which is good. So I put this recipe in wrong. Actually 2 ingots of soldering iron. It's alloy, should I say? No, it's 1 ingot of soldering. Okay, I put that recipe in wrong. I'll have to go and pull some soldering alloy out of it afterwards and fix the recipe, but I'll let them craft up first because it should still craft. And then we still have 15 wetware processors. So yeah, let's see how much plutonium we've got and get that centrifuging so we know whether or not... Yeah, we don't have a lot of this. I don't think we're going to get enough. You never know until you try. Then we know if we need to go to Aurelia and pick up a bunch of sand. Is that the best centrifuge I've got? Might just make up CEF for LUV. Yeah, I'm just going to make up like a faster centrifuge to increase the output chance. So I think we've actually run into our first situation when the way we set this up doesn't work in this. So each of these requires... Actually, no. Why isn't this working? Do I need more power? Oh, I need ZPM power for this. Okay. I wonder whether our power system is going to be able to cope with this or not. I just made an LUVCF I was going to use for separator, but I guess we'll upgrade our assembly line to this. I don't know whether we could just put more IV hatches on it, but I'm going to do it this way because it's not really that expensive. Although we'll need to make up some more vanadium gallium soon. Okay, we've given it ZPM power. Now, why is it not crafting? Like, there we go. I just needed to put the recipe back in again, I guess. What's this doing to my power? It's definitely going through it. But it looks like we're holding. And it's not having any power issues. Yeah, I encoded the recipe, but I did realise these all have to go in individual slots by the look of it. I don't know, because when you look at these, it shows the two processors, but these all show in individual slots. Unless these don't stack, maybe. No, they stack. So yeah, I don't know whether our recipe for this will work or whether we'll have to do it manually. Okay, so I've made up the LUV centrifuge, or the molecular cyclone. And this has a 20% plus 3% a tier from HV, so EV, OV, LUV. It's a 30% chance. Yeah, there's no chance that we get enough for an ingot from this. Wow, this is even slower LUV. We got the first one at least. Also upgraded our one of our blast furnaces up to LUV. It's definitely doing a bit of a number on the power. I mean, these aren't on, so I'm not too concerned. Now we're going to be close. Not quite though, I don't think. Nope. Unless every single one gets it now, no. Okay, so I'll have to go and just mine up some ferric sand. This has a 5% plus 1% a chance. Yeah, we're going to need a fair bit of this, but I'm really low on silicon, and this is a big chance. And we get more 244, which we can centrifuge if we need to. Naquadur, iron, 238, and some sludge. So yeah, it's pretty worthwhile. I brought back just a little bit of this oxidized ferric sand, and we will run all this through the centrifuge and see if we get more lucky this time. I don't think that's a drop from it. Okay, so we got 17 241 dust, plus a bunch of 240 or whatever it is that we could centrifuge, probably like 3 or 4 stacks. And a bunch of sludge, which is kind of nice because we're using that for charcoal byproducts. But yeah, this just gets smelted, and then we can make plates from it. And we just need one plate by the looks of it, so I'll probably smelt it all and then just make one in plates for now. Okay, so we've smelted our plutonium 241. So we will program that into the system. I don't know whether we have this automated already. And we have 100 nether stars, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. So next up, the fusion coil block. So this is going to take more wet web circuits, MV field generators, which we've made before, neutron reflectors, and superconducting coil blocks. While we've made the coil blocks before, we don't have them automated and they are expensive. We'll come back to this in a minute. Let's look at these neutron reflectors first. So this requires tin alloy, 4608, which is 32 ingots of tin alloy. So we'll remember that. Rather than using like triple the tin alloy and 2 less beryllium and 1 less tungsten carbide, I think we just do this recipe. Actually, before we do this, let's do the tin alloy first. Otherwise, it's just going to be awkward. So, tin alloy is made with tin and iron. Now we have the tin alloy. We can program in this. And we say it was 32. Oh, okay. Program it like that, it should still work. So these are really expensive. We also need the beryllium plates. The tungsten carbide plates. We haven't actually made tungsten carbide yet. But it's just carbon and tungsten in a blast furnace. Now we have an LUV blast furnace, it's like a minute each or something. It's still really expensive though. Yeah, just gonna need to do this plate. And then for the reinforced iridium alloy, it's actually an implosion compressor recipe. So I have hooked the implosion compressor up to an interface. I went and mined hundreds of glowstone earlier and I'm already nearly out. I'll go and mine some more in a minute. And to make this iridium alloy ingot, it's iridium plates, tungsten plates and diamond dust. And I think we need to teach it to make the iridium plates. So all in all, those are very expensive. They're really simple automation for this. I just move the output hatch over to the other side. I have an interface pointing into a chest because we can't use a single block interface and get the output. So we'll turn this on to blocking mode so that it only pushes one recipe's worth into the chest at a time. And I'll just stop it if we're like crafting multiple different recipes, for example, filling up the entire machine with TNT and not having room for the ingredients. And we can put that pattern in there. Might as well use our fast assembling machine for the neutron reflectors. So yeah, we just need to make the tungsten carbide. Is it just 1 and 1? Yeah, 1 tungsten, 1 carbon. And we make these in a crafting machine. Patterns again. And then these are 2 buckets of nitrogen. The difference is either niobium, titanium, or yttrium, barium, cuprate. Which one do we have more of right now? Fair bit of that. And we have a fair bit of this as well. This is used for all the LUV machines. I think they both are actually. Let's do this and then 2 buckets of nitrogen. Okay, and I'll just put this in one of our high voltage assemblers so it can parallelize. Okay, let's see how far off we are from being able to make the fusion coil block that we need. Oh, we need some normal tungsten and some signalum. I've taught this how to make the dust for that, but I haven't, like, I've just been smelting it manually. We should be able to craft this now. I think the EVFs have had enough time. Yep, that looks good. Actually, I've got a quest to hold this, so I'm just going to make the iridium alloy separately. There's definitely a quest for this. Oh, we just need the plate. Never mind. Okay. Oh, that's loud. That's another chapter finished. Okay, then now let's make our fusion coil block. Let me just make sure I don't have anything else in this blast furnace. I need to speed the rest of them up because I keep stealing this to smelt other stuff because it's so much faster. I mean, that kind of awkward spot when you get towards the end of a pack where if I haven't already like done something, it doesn't really seem worth doing it, but it probably is still worth doing it. But God, yeah, we need 4 wetwork processors for every fusion coil. I don't think we need these for the Mark 1. Oh, it looks like, yeah, it's just casings, and we need a bunch of chrome, but apart from that, this doesn't look too bad. We might actually have to... I was going to say, how are they not finished yet? There's our first fusion coil block. No quest for that either. Okay. And we also need 32 superconductor wires, which we have. And then we need these HPICs. We should be able to make our first HPIC wafers. Oh wow, these are really slow at EV. I think I have a better chemical reactor though. No, I don't. Also, I checked the script for the IV field generator and I couldn't find it. So I think it might just be this recipe. I will try making it with this recipe and we will find out. Okay, so yeah, it looks like this recipe is actually the right one for this. Okay, I think we have everything to make the fusion reactor computer right now. I don't know whether this will craft or not. We'll have to find out. I don't know whether these need to be in different slots, and if they do, I need to make our assembly line longer. So let's go and see whether we're in luck or not. It's not on yet, so I'm not... Oh, no, never mind. There we go. Oh. God, these are IV, so 4, 8... 2 LUV. Yeah, I don't have enough lapatronic energy orbs to get the output. That's another 1 volt of IV, 1 amp of IV. Yeah, I need at least 3 more lapatronic energy orbs to be able to put that output out. Where's my soft mallet? And I'm going to want to stop this so that it doesn't keep just draining power. Oh, the EBFs. I forgot I upgraded this to LUV. That has finished now. Although I still have 2. These are only HV though, so those should be negligible. Okay, and I still don't have enough power to run this, right? Oh, now I might do. I think it's just enough that it doesn't lose progress. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to make a better power solution very soon. I don't know whether to just make a ZPM diesel gen or what. Oh no, I didn't pick this up, so I have to make more of these. Forgot about that. That is a real pain. Well, I'm going to make up one of those and get the quests. I have to make up a ZPM machine casing as well, but that's just iridium alloy. Not iridium alloy, iridium plates. Okay, we should actually be able to get this quest now. There we go. Well, those rewards aren't as good as they normally are. Normally it gives you more circuits. God, even this one just gives you the tier before. It's kind of sad. Right, and now we go back to this power gen. Yeah, I'm not sure what these rewards are for. And I guess you could use them in like a plasma turbine. Actually quite nice. It gives you basically 2 free plasma turbines when you make the first one. How difficult is this to make? Not terrible. I don't particularly want to make it, but it's not that bad. And that uses a lot of diesel and it produces sludge. Can I just burn this in an aqua reactor? Yeah, I'm to look into what we want to do to improve our power. But for now, let's carry on working on this. So we need 50 LUV machine casings. Just be able to... Oh, we need a lot more chrome than I have. So I guess that's what I'm going to be working on next. Really not that bad to get chrome when you can get 64 ruby clusters, well, 32 native ruby clusters from each ore. So I should be able to make the 50 machine casings now. Obviously that's going to take just a little while. I think we should be able to do these coil blocks now. I'm going to do 2 batches of 8 just because it uses a bunch of volumetric flasks for the superconductor wirecraft. And there's all 16 of our coil blocks. And our fusion reactor. And what was the other thing? The LUV machine casings. That should be everything for the quest. And that gives us more coil blocks, a bunch more casings, and some rotor holders. I'll grab that as we need it, I guess. Hadn't really thought about building this. I think I'm just gonna like break down this setup for now. Is there a way to make this? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes things easier. Was it showing as red there? No, there might be an astral source relight there or something. Okay, that's much better. Okay, I guess I can't put an output hatch there. I'll put one here. Yeah. This has to be the casing. I can't put an LV output hatch here either. I'm not sure what its problem is. You need one there. Oh, there we go. And there is our fusion reactor. And with 3 hatches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 million EU buffer. And this requires 140,000 EU to start. So yeah, that's not too bad. Let's do it. Let's finish off by making up some Draconium. So in order to do this, we're going to need red matter and osmiridium. And we have some osmiridium. This actually goes a really long way. This is 288 ingots of Draconium with just 16 osmiridium. So nearly 3,000 red matter to keep going with that, which is... we need 6 of the actual red matter. Need some more vanadium. Some more void metal. Now we can craft our 6 red matter. So I've thrown an output hatch on here. And just pop some argon into there. And then throw our red matter in here. This is a pretty slow craft. But once this finishes, then we should get, I think it's half a bucket of red matter each. Seeing as we have different amounts of each of these, we've got 3.5 buckets of red matter and 2 and a bit buckets of osmiridium. I miscalculated a little bit. I don't want to throw in a bunch of extra in case we have to do a different recipe in here before the next time. So I'm just going to bucket it in here. These both burn you, which is a little annoying. So we'll just throw 2 buckets of each in. Just ignore the fire. Everything's fine. Okay. The only thing we should need to do now is hook the power up into there and there. And it's running, and we're getting our Draconium. Okay, so let's just grab, we have 10 buckets in there, right? Is this going to burn me as well? No, okay, both the inputs burn me, but the output doesn't. Do we have one of these set to ingots? Not right now. I'll probably just put a fluid solidifier under the fusion reactor for the final setup, but I just wanted to make some Draconium ingots before we finish the episode. Could it be more perfect? I don't think it could be. It's another loud one. But yeah, that is the Master Metallurgy chapter finished. So once I claim the quest rewards, this entire Metallurgy tab is finished. I think the entire Chemistry tab is also finished now. So yeah, next episode, I think we'll look at getting it awake in Draconium, see where we go from there. Thanks everyone for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.